Well, hi there, everybody. Good morning. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Wednesday morning. We're to March 6th already here. We're just, 2 weeks and a day out from the first day of spring already. So we're inching ever so close to the brand new season, although we've been feeling spring for quite a while now. Quite a few clouds mixed with a little bit of sun here this morning across southern and eastern areas. There are breaks in these clouds here, so it's kind of a partly to mostly cloudy type morning, but there is more clearing here to the northwest. As the day goes on, we'll see that clearing pushing southeastward. So we'll get a little more sun later today in the Tri-Cities. Southeastern areas, those are going to be the areas that see those clouds linger the longest. Meanwhile, new clouds moving into the northwest. There is going to be a frontal boundary here in northwest Nebraska, and that's going to be making its way southeastward overnight, Wednesday night and early on Thursday morning. And as that pushes southeastward, we'll see an increase in clouds, a shift of the winds. And I don't know why, that's the other thing I've had an issue with this morning, is there's a big gap in my data, about a 6-hour gap. So it just shows nothing, and then all of a sudden it jumps ahead to 12:30. So I apologize for that, and it's not just this model, it's all of them. So I'm guessing we had some kind of a computer outage issue when that information was ingested into the system. So that's why that's missing. But you see the increase in clouds. Not a lot of moisture initially overnight tonight. Mostly light rain, and most of it will likely be out west. We have a small chance here in the Tri-Cities, mainly sprinkles. But at this point here, now the cold front by tomorrow morning is going to be right about here at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, and it will continue to progress southeast through the rest of the area tomorrow morning. Behind that front, cooler temperatures thanks to breezy north and northeast winds, and rain chances start to spread over the area, but notice they'll be more favored over southern Nebraska and northern Kansas. There might be some thunder and lightning and possibly some snow here to the west. I will tell you right now, just being honest, forecast models are all over the place with this thing right now, which makes this an extremely difficult forecast. And I think what they're doing is they're really struggling with, well, one, could there be some thunder and lightning, especially around any areas that do see snow? That could enhance that snowfall rate. Two, is the air going to be cold enough for the snow to fall? If it is, we could get some good snow. If it isn't, well, there may not be much here. So, that's really the tough part to figure out right now. As we get towards Thursday night, again, maybe some snow mixing with rain as that rain-snow line kind of transitions southeastward. Here's midnight Thursday night. That continues its transition southeastward. And eventually then on Friday morning, it will start to move out, but some of that may linger into Friday morning. A brisk day, strong northerly winds, cool, chilly temperatures out there for Friday, but the sun will return, especially by Friday afternoon. As skies clear up, and we'll see plenty of sunshine going into the weekend. So as of right now, as of the time of this recording, the North Platte National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory for some of their counties here. Basically, Lincoln County all the way up to Thomas County, and then westward to Garden and Dual County here. That's included here in that advisory. That starts tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Time, 5 a.m. Mountain Time, and then goes for a 24-hour period until Friday morning at 6 a.m. Central Time, 5 a.m. Mountain Time. So their wording with this, again, it's a little complicated. They're calling for most likely an inch or two of snowfall, possibly a little bit of a glaze of ice early tomorrow morning, some very light icing. But outside of that inch or two of snow, they're also mentioning that there is potential for some isolated localized areas to maybe pick up 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of snowfall. That's what makes this forecast so difficult. I'm going to show you in just a bit what I mean here. So I'm going to go to the editor mode real quick here on my snowfall forecast, and I'm going to show you several different models here. This is our in-house model showing an inch or two of snow in most cases. Not too bad. Most of the worst of it's going to be way off to our west. That's not our in-house model. That's the European model. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show off the numbers here. I'm just going to put the cities on there for now. But just looking at the colors here, so I'm going to show you the various models. Here's the GFS model. Look at that. I mean, that's completely different. GFS Ensemble is completely different as well. That one matches that, and this is the one they're kind of using for that advisory right now. That's why they have that advisory where they have it. This is the one they're going with right now. But then you look at the North American model. Again, heavy snow out west, maybe a little pocket of some 2, 3, 4 inches of snow in south central Nebraska even there. The Canadian model, which doesn't go out as far here, but I'll show you, look at that right there. That would be a whole lot different than, say, our in-house model. Here's our in-house model. Barely anything. So that's what's making this forecast so extremely difficult right now. And I'm just being honest with you, is we don't have a good idea of how exactly this is going to go. I think most places are going to be on the lighter side, but there is the potential for some to get some heavier snow than expected. So that's what we're kind of looking at right now. But we've got about another 24 hours before the snow really gets going. On to your highs for today. We're going to top out in the upper 50s and lower 60s. So a nice day today, but winds will be breezy out of the south, 10 to 20 plus miles per hour, gusts up to 30 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, lows into the 20s and 30s. You see the beginning of the cooler air coming in from the northwest. And you'll see that tomorrow. Chilly air in the northwest, highs in the 30s there. Still some milder 50s over the east, and then 40s right in the middle. Tomorrow night, we get a little colder 20s and low 30s for lows, and then kind of a blustery, chilly day on Friday, hoping that sun will get us up into the 40s late in the day. Of course, any snow on the ground could influence your temperature, so that's the other part of the forecast that could be tough, is the forecast high on Friday. Let's take a look at the Tri-Cities extended forecast here. Again, nice but breezy today. Rain chances really increasing as the day goes on, so a much better chance tomorrow afternoon and especially tomorrow night. Rain that will eventually transition over to a little bit of snow before it clears on out. Sometime Friday morning, should be out by the afternoon. And then looking at the long range part of the forecast, sunshine returns and so do milder temperatures into the 60s, at least until the end of next week, and it does look like it's going to cool down just a little bit. For our friends watching in North Platte this morning, well, again, you have that better chance of maybe picking up some snow accumulation, maybe a little ice Thursday morning, but also some snow accumulation Thursday, and I think more so even Thursday night before this moves on out. Another, again, chilly, blustery day Friday, and then it starts to warm up beyond that, back into the 60s. I think the snow, if you do get any, would melt out pretty rapidly with that March sun angle. It won't last on the ground very long, unless you get maybe 7 or 8 inches of snow, if you get that. That's a big if right now. But again, it will warm up next week before maybe a little bit of a cool down later next week as our next chance of unsettled weather returns to the area. I want to thank you all for watching on this Wednesday morning. I hope it's a good day for you. Enjoy the weather today. I will see you on Thursday, and hopefully a little more clarification with this forecast by then. So until then, take care, enjoy your day, and God bless. Bye.